Welcome back. Now it is time for us to know what's going on social media streets. Yeah, so we did put out a tweet, and of course you shared your comments. That's why we say always use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC to be a part of the conversation. So we're talking about what are your thoughts on the TV radio presenter Ahmed Issa, ordinary president, assaulting a woman who was accused of setting her brother's daughter on fire for alleged witchcraft. And some of you came out to tweet, and we're going to share that shortly. We have Olarinde Oluwasegun. He says, if your child is burnt and the perpetrator, instead of being arrested by the police, is saying it was the devil, respond by smiling. Slapping a person en route to an arrest is an emotional outburst and can be condoned. It is only in Nigeria that arsonists and murderers are hailed. Sheriff Ola says, I don't know about his temperament on this lady. I don't think he has assaulted a woman. He just dealt a dirty slap on a criminal knee. Okay. Kenny Cord says he was wrong and unprofessional, but then again, he's human. I can't blame him for losing his temper. That aside, the lady deserved that slap. Cornel Omoni says he didn't assault no one, and this shouldn't be up for discussion at all. Okay. Cheta Okorafor says it wasn't his place to slap her. He's an advocate of human rights. What he is supposed to have done was to call the police and not take the laws into his hands. He committed an offense. He needs to face the law as well. Okay. Benny says slapping her was wrong. If you call it an emotional outburst, then there is no difference between him and the lady in question. Okay. Rance J_Ebros says he shouldn't have taken laws into his hand. I think he was emotional. Every normal human being will go crazy on seeing that on an adult. Talk less of a small girl. Azrael says both sides are wrong, but I think that woman needs more slaps. Sorry, I'm laughing, but okay. So let me just take quick one-liners from you guys. One-liners. Do you think he was wrong or do you think he was right? Let me start with you, MM. Do you think he was wrong?
Yes, he was wrong.
Okay, okay.
If there's one thing that being a broadcaster has taught us, because he's a TV personality, he's a radio TV personality, yeah, it's you're not allowed to air your personal opinions, especially on, you know, issues as such.
Yeah.
So yes, do your investigations, ask questions that you need to, but you shouldn't let your emotions show. Okay.
Remember I said one-liners. Thank you very much. Mary, let me know what you think.
What I think.
One line.
So as it is, the reality is, if you check that video, he actually said, okay, the conversation is over, believing the camera had stopped running.
Okay.
Before he got upset, as in you could tell he was barely containing himself, even the look of fury on his face. However, it is wrong to hit somebody.
Yeah.
No matter how we look at it. Okay. Even though the person deserved it.
All right, Titi, what do you think?
I think that any man who slaps a woman should be ashamed of himself.
Okay.
Very simple.
What about any human slapping a human? I feel
people are allowed to slap themselves.
Some people need to be ashamed of
himself. Okay, okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Now let's move on. I say let's move in on all together. All join. Now next on Twitter streets, can you date someone who earns the same amount of money as you? I'm shading all those girls out there that will be going to look for dreams. Dreams do come true. Can you date yourself? It's not about me. Let's move on. So let's quickly take comments. Always be a part of our social media segment, guys. That's the only way we can get to know what you think. So our very first comment comes from Alawunyo16. Yes, I can marry her. It's just that no matter what she got, I will always take the responsibility of her and the household. All right. Now, Bangbola says, yes, I can. It's all about understanding and trust. Let your ego down and watch how you two will progressively progress. All right. Awonishola says, I can date someone who earns more than me or below. It's just a matter of understanding. No stress in it. Good morning. Good morning, King Leo. Namtox says, yes, blessing is the key. All right. All right, Tokes. Sake says, that's the country we meet ourselves, and that's not a barrier at all. We move. Okay, okay. I really don't know where you stand, but okay. Tosi Lawansin says, there is nothing bad at all in it. There is no jealousy on true love. Okay, okay. Mikey Bab says, I see nothing bad about that. All right. Brain says, that Samuel_2 says, no, I can't. If I do, I'm joking with our kids' future. That means you are on Brooklyn streets. All right. But I like the honesty in that as well. Benny_Oyale says, I see nothing wrong in it. We must all be confident in ourselves and allow God's blessings reign. Good morning, beautiful faces. Thank you, Top Ziano. And before I move on from Twitter streets, we have, I can date anyone. Ariane says, I can date anyone who earns the same, higher or even lower than me. I dated my wife while she earned lower than me. Today we are married and she's earning twice what I earn. I have never stopped paying the bills or playing my role. I still have my sanity intact. Beautiful. Fabulous.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Let me start with you, Titi. I know you're married, but let's see. Can you date someone?
I think we should start with because MM looks like she's about to explode.
MM, calm down. Calming down. Can you date someone? Imagine you're single. Can you date someone that earns the same amount of money you earn? Your vanity needs to be financed.
See, I tell young girls, I'm telling you, young single lady watching this show right now.
Oh, wow.
Right. Your prayer points should be, dear Lord, open my eyes.
Amen.
So that man with potentials.
Amen.
Oh,
and
my
opportunities
goodness.
around me.
Amen.
So, you know, elevates me.
Fire!
See,
fire, fire,
well,
fire, fire,
see,
fire, fire.
The issue now is it depends on how much money you're earning. So if you're a billionaire, I said this, if you're a billionaire like me,
oh my dear,
you're going to be moving around a lot of billionaires. But guess what? They might actually be earning less than you in billions. So why are we thinking like, why are we being small-minded?
You cannot
think about
in the future.
Yes, now.
Picture.
If you are all in Banana Island on the same street, you are all in Banana Island on the same street.
The girls of today. The girls of today.
There are girls today on Banana Island.
Oh my days! I know people watching are just like, what's this Titi saying? Inspire us, real inspiration.
No, but really, money shouldn't be a factor. You should be willing to give no matter how much you earn. And if he is, I'm talking about the man now, willing to do his part like that gentleman said during the tweet, yes, please, by all means. There's no issue with earning less. Just encourage each other so you can both earn more.
All right, Mary, our objectivity. May end for Mary, O for objectivity.
Wow. So love is the most important in a marriage. However, even Davido sang it. Love is sweet. But when money enters, it becomes sweeter. Doesn't mean that the love is still not sweet or when there's no money. But there's a spice that money gives. Now, about getting married to someone earning the same thing as you, the reality is the person might lose their job or the person gets more money. So life always happens. So just marry someone you know you can live with. That should always be your priority.
Okay,
it's
so funny. Before we are going, it's okay, be coming down. Before I pass it to MM, I ask this question because I feel like it's very imperative that we look within before we start looking for something outside. So if you cannot give it to yourself, know that you need to work twice as hard.
Aspire to perspire to Maguire.
All right, on that note, we got to know what's happening in the kitchen because we got to eat food right after the show. And then it's over to you.